So I'm so excited right now that I decided I'll even give y'all something different as far as on the recording side. I sanded these down. It's like this side's been painted. This side hasn't been painted. So I wanted to actually show what it takes to get something like this done. Uh, and I came too far to take any shortcuts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sand this down, and I'm just going to lightly paint it, and then tomorrow it'll be ready to be installed. Um, Really, I'm just trying to make the most of the warm days right now because it's still hot as hell in here. It feels like a damn swamp in my shop, honestly. So the humidity is crazy in this shop. It's real moist in my shop. It's almost like it's raining inside of my shop. I know I have a little bit of a spot where it rains in, but for some odd reason, this insulation, the way it's set up, it just keep it really warm up in here. So I'm gonna throw the bolts in. These are the bolts. I already painted them. Um, I got a little bit of paint like on the threads. I think I painted these while they was in the door jamb actually. If anybody wants to know what I'm using the VHT roll bar and chassis black paint now. So it's two of them. These go in the door, one at the bottom, one at the top, and I'm gonna need some shims to make these work. Um, Everybody's car is gonna have a different combination of shims. I may have too many, might not have enough. May need to go buy some more. But I'm gonna try start off everything over here with two shims and go from there. So it's gonna be two at the bottom, two at the top, and two under the main bolt right here that goes at the top of the fender. So I'm gonna put those on. And I'm gonna go ahead and spray this real quick. And I'm just gonna, if I'm gonna show y'all the whole process, I'm gonna show y'all the whole process. So y'all just, you know, so I can see these are already been sprayed. I got one coat on them. I'm gonna go ahead and put one coat of this on there. I'm hoping that it was what you call it, sanded. It felt pretty smooth. Gonna hit these with the two coats right here. Do it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this fender up there now. Go ahead and sit that on up there. Put my paint down for a little bit. Got my door open. You keep that open. And I think I'm gonna try a different little trick this time. I don't really deal with shims as much with the new cars. You don't really have to deal with shims unless you're rigging stuff up. I mean, you do use washers and you do, well, I guess you do use shims, but for the most part, we like a lot of washers in the collision business. I damn near want to put washers in this. For the only reason because like dealing with these shims, it's a lot of work, man, dealing with these shims. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I got a couple bolts right there. Those aren't the ones I'm looking for. Oh, looking for the shims. And so the tip that I'm gonna try this time, the trick I'm gonna try is I'm gonna try to put a little piece of tape on them. I'm gonna try going here on the inside the door and put them up there at the top. So I'm gonna do two on the top of there, two over here. Man, that's not good though. That I just I set that one bolt down like that. Oh, man, that ain't good. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. I damn near need to paint everything at this point in time. Let's see, this one too small. That's one of them big old bolts. Hopefully it'll dry pretty soon. And now I damn near put the heat gun on and make it dry. What was say? My boy Steve said stick to two shims. Two shims. And I have just enough to do two shims. That's it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of tape and I'm gonna try to put it on here where it's like I can pull it off kind of easy. That's the goal. These shims rusty. Oh, they rusty. And they nasty. I'm ashamed that I'm even showing y'all that I'm putting these on this car, man. Look at that. Yeah, me, Mr. Perfectionist. That's what I'm putting on there. Some rusty shims. I already know y'all probably like, Blaze, you gotta do better, man. I'm gonna do better when I get more money, man. Till then, this is my car. I'm gonna enjoy it with the rusty shims and all. You know, when y'all building your car, I wouldn't recommend no rusty shims. I would recommend putting some more time in, dedication, and scrubbing them and deoxidizing them, and possibly even going buying a whole kit from Harbor Freight. That's what everybody tell me to do. Go to Harbor Freight and buy me a kit, but we're here right now, and it might be something I do later. Cause some fresh shims will look really good, and I'll be really happy. But they all gonna do the same thing. This is iodized metal, and so it's gonna rust one way or another in certain parts. But iodides don't rust like regular metal, so it's still good. I'll put that on there. So I'm gonna go in with the two shims. And to do this, you gotta go from the back side of the door. I'm trying to get my lighting and stuff together. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see that, but trust me, it's two bolts up in there. And I'm finna try to go inside here and do it.
Walk like, talk like, move like juice. Walking like, talking like, moving like, ooh. Big as like a motorcycle, jumping out the roof. Smoking like, drinking like, bumping out the roof. Walk like, talk like, move like juice. Walking like, talking like.
All right, so it is rubbing. I was having a hard time getting that front of that front of that fender, this top side, to come down some. So there's still some that's work in progress. But then you put a couple bolts in it. I have to put these bolts in the front just to make sure it don't fall off while I'm doing all the adjustments. When I be seeing people and they have real clean restorations, I be sitting back and I'm like, man, they must have went back and did touch-ups, because there's no way. So as y'all can see, I can't do this with one hand. Gotta pull that back just a tad bit. Just throw that bolt in there, just for safekeepings. And I believe I have one more bolt left inside that the door on the fender. It's not okay. It's rubbing when to close it, but when I open it, don't like it's no rub. That's interesting. Yeah, my boy Penny right now, he mad because he getting a lot of rub in there. I think it's something that you always probably have to come back and touch up every now and then, especially if you're not an expert. But I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure experts will beg to differ. But for me, right now, I'm just trying to get as far as I can take it before I pay experts to get it to perfection. I'm gonna definitely pay to get this body, because I want my body all the way straight before I spray it. But I'm gonna try to do all I can. I was thinking about possibly throwing on that hinge on this side, especially now that the bolts are painted. This is the top sides. Just throw that hinge in. Like I said, I thought that was the hinge bolt right there. Evidently it's not. All right, so two, and the hinge bolt. Those hinges was powder coated. The good thing about it being powder coated, I know all I gotta do is just wipe it off and it'll work. This is my first time really bringing them out. I already didn't scratch them up, but they are the factory hinges from 1986. So that door's not rubbing no more. I'm gonna make it at least not rub, but those gaps. Now I know I'm gonna have to bring in the experts, and I'm hoping they can get it a little bit better than I do. A lot of this is stock and factory stuff. This is actually came off of another car, if I'm not mistaken, on this fender right here. I can't remember, but I did buy a lot of OEM stuff because I'm big on that factory fitment. So this one needs 2 bolts right here in the rails. It goes like this, and it goes right here inside the rail of the fender. And you do it like that, and then you put that third one right there with the front part of the hinge right there. So yep, man, I'm about to go ahead and put that on there. Just sit this down here where it won't move nowhere. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw y'all a time lapse. I'm gonna put this on in there. And hell, I may throw this out on, but I really don't need it in the way right now while I'm trying to do the alignment. So I'm getting excited, man. As y'all can see, I just threw my banner on there. The straight line custom banner. You know, if ain't nobody else excited, I am. I'm doing this for me. It's all about me and my family and my lady enjoying this car. Doing basic things in it, everything, everyday stuff. I want to be able to do that in this car. But as time goes on, I progressively want to get faster, faster, and faster. But I would like to always to keep this car streetable. I want it to be very fast, but I want it to be streetable. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw you on a time lapse. Man, these bugs is getting more out of control. I'm talking about, they jumping out everywhere, man. Man, as y'all can see, bugs everywhere in my shop. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna throw y'all in a time lapse real quick, put these bolts on, and I'm out of here. I do not like the bugs.